Welcome back, folks. Lore here with you once again. And we just finished getting our sky tower here, and as you can see, I'm actually back under the cave here. TotK017 Shrine. And I took the liberty of actually going in there, and it's just a blessing, so there's no walkthrough for it. But I kind of wanted to start this video here, because after I get this shrine, I always seem to have good horse spawns here in this location. So if you're following along, go ahead and warp yourself back to that shrine and ascend as, you know, anywhere right there by the shrine where it'll give you a green light. And once you emerge at the top, you should be kind of pointed right at some horse spawns here. Now the one I'm really going after is the red ones, because normally that's the one I find to have the 3-star on their spurs. And the reason I like the 3-star on their spur is for... normally they end up being in a 4-star speed. So if you don't know what I'm talking about right now, I'll show you that when we get to the stable here. But for right now, just look for 3 spurs on your horse, and you have to wait until it's soothed. But go ahead and hit A a few times. See, now that's a 4-star, so that's no good. Or 4-spur. So what I'm actually looking for is a solid colored horse. Normally the red ones are, again, the 3-spur. But since this one has 4, I'm going to try this other one up here. That's not red, but it's still a solid bodied color. As opposed to that other one you saw back there that kind of had spots all over it. See how that's got like different colors and spots on it? That's no bueno. What we want is the solid colored horse here. And a little safety precaution. If you're using a bow and arrow like I am, make sure it's a low-powered bow, folks. And I want to make sure I take a moment to mention that. This is why I've been carrying around these garbage bows, specifically for horse catching. I think the 10 is probably going to be safe. But honestly, anything over, 20, 30, you're probably going to kill your horse. Alright, so let's see what this one's got for spurs. Here we go, baby. 3-spur. Alright, so now if you're playing, and, all the solid colored horses here have those 4 spurs, simply whip out your map, re-warp back to the TotK017 Shrine there. Go ahead and use your ascend and try it again. That will reset the horse spawns here in the area. So, kind of rinse, lather, and repeat. Break out your bow and shock arrows. If you don't have any shock arrows or shock fruit, never fear, young Padawan. You can actually use a ice chew jelly or ice fruit, and you can freeze the horse, again, as long as that's a good low-powered bow. And it'll actually stay frozen a lot longer than it stays stunned, so it'll give you a little more time anyway to kind of run up. And you got to make sure you're spamming that A button, stand next to that horse so that when it unfreezes or isn't shocked anymore, you'll jump right on it, start spamming that L button and go to town. And you might have to try that a few times, warping to the shrine, trying it again, but sooner or later you'll find that 3-spur horse. Okay, so once you make it back to the stable here, and just to kind of, I'll show you on the map where we're at right now. As soon as I get this through, I actually could have skipped this. Bear with me. Go ahead and get your horse registered, and this will tell you the stats. So you can see I've got 0 bond. I haven't done any soothing. I haven't fed it, nothing. But you can see the stamina, that was the spurs. I got 3 stars on the stamina. But you see I've got 4 stars on the speed. That's why I was looking for the 3-star stamina, or spurs, specifically for the speed rating on this horse. Okay, so I'm definitely going to go ahead and register it. And I guess I'll name him. Now, there is a way in this game to up the stats on the horses, unlike Breath of the Wild. So I'm going to name it 4-star, but ultimately I'm going to be turning this thing into a 5-star speedster horse. But for now, it's a good enough name. Okay, I'm actually going to take the horse. Then I'm going to show you guys how to fully tame it. Okay, I already know this, so I'm going to skip it all. Okay, so in order to get that max bonded, the magic formula is 10 apples. So simply stand in front of the horse with 5 apples, and you can only do 5 at a time. But as long as it's getting that pink puff of smoke there, that's how you know it was a good feed. That the horse's bond stat is going up every time. And if it's continuing to eat apples, that's a good sign. And if you're having trouble getting it to eat, just try to walk away a little ways and then walk back up to it. Sometimes just repositioning will help you fix that problem. Okay, now see what the horse is doing there with its head? It's kind of nudging me, or it's doing the motion like it's trying to nudge me. Once it starts doing that, that's the game's way of telling you it is max bonded. So now you'll be able to ride your horse, and you can stomp on it, and it'll go good and straight for you. And it'll, you know, it won't veer, it won't buck, it won't stop running, anything. It'll be a good, solid, controllable horse. Also, another note on the horses, they do follow the roadways. So as long as you've got a cleared path here, the horse will automatically follow that pathway. And that's all the roadways you can see on the map. Alright folks, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go get a garbage horse, a burner horse. And this one will be a little bit quicker because I don't care about the stats and I'm not going to bond it. I'm just going to grab a horse and take it back to that stable there. I just really kind of wanted to show you guys what it would look like if you reset the horse spawns here by using the travel, the fast travel here at the shrine. As you can see, it's already a different group of horses. No more spotted horses, all four are literally solid colored. But again, you know, I'm not here for all that right now, I'm just here for a horse. So I'm going to rinse, lather, and repeat, shock my horse. And I actually meant to use an ice arrow that time so you could see what I was doing. But hey, look at that, it's another 3-spur. So chances are pretty good it's, you know, a 4-star speedster. But either way, the reason I don't care about this horse is because there's a side quest I want to walk you guys through here real quick. And getting a second horse is going to help us with our pony points, first of all. But second of all, we're going to be giving this horse away for free. Once I get this thing over here and I get it registered, I'll show you what I'm talking about. You know what? This one kind of feels slow. So I'd be willing to bet, even though it's only 3-spur, that this is probably not a 4-star on the speed. Just feels awful sluggish. You know, having the 3-spur does not guarantee it'll be 4 on the speed. It is somewhat random. It just gives you a better chance of it. Alright, so again, we gotta make sure we get this bad boy registered, so go ahead and go through the motions once again. Yes, oh, 2-star on the speed. Wow, that is atrocious. So this is definitely a good horse to give away. You know, I thought it felt awful slow. Alright, so... And the name can be whatever. Error. Okay, so go ahead and take the horse. Now you guys saw that just unlocked, I got another pony point there, and it unlocked a reward. The very first reward you're going to get is going to be the towing harness we need in order to do the side quest I'm getting ready to go do. So simply go over to this book on the side here, say receive your reward, and there is your towing harness. Now we're going to have to actually attach that before we can, you know, get the side quest done. So in order to do that, you got to run around to the front part of the stable, customize your horse, and that'll open up an option for that towing harness we just unlocked. So go ahead and get your harness attached. And we already have the horse, so it should be standing there all hooked up. Now the first thing you're going to want to do is talk to this girl over here with that little red bump above her head. And ask her what she's up to, yada yada yada. And then that'll trigger the side quest here. And you can already see we have to kind of fix it here. So go ahead and get out your Ultra Hand. You'll need 2 wheels, which are conveniently located right next to your horse. Or I should say the wagon here. Slap both of those wheels on, and you'll have to... Now the game is going to kind of pull it away here, and, you know, there will be some dialogue. And then once all this is over, you actually have to talk to her one more time. And that's probably a point where you're stuck here. You know, you're trying to attach your horse's harness to the wagon, and, you know, it keeps kicking you out, and you don't know what's going wrong. So this is what you got to do. You actually got to talk to her again. Ask her about wild horses, yada 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 one more time. And apparently my horse is a little too far away here, because that should have kind of once again prompted the game to go into another dialogue option. And it did not do that, so let's see what happens when I get the horse closer here. Okay, there it goes. So essentially what's going to happen is she'll go into some more dialogue, you know, talking about the horse there. Make sure you tell her all yours, essentially giving it to her for free. And then the game will automatically hook that tow bar up for you. Okay, and there you go. You've got your 100 rupees. So that's pretty much Horses 101. Now, I'm not quite done here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to explain what you need to do, but then I'm just going to kind of do it where I can cut the video a little shorter. You can do this several different ways. You can get your pony points up simply by sleeping. So what I'm going to do is just get a regular bed. Don't use a ticket. You've got to pay for it. So this is where getting that 100 rupees is going to help you out a little bit. But, you know, and I just usually skip time until the next available window. But, essentially, every time you pay to stay in a bed, it's going to give you another pony point. So what you're going to need to do is unlock the next 2 rewards. So as you can see, that's got me down to 1 point now. I need 1 more to unlock the next reward. But then you have to do it again until you get the 3rd reward unlocked. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stay here a few different times. And I'm going to get my pony points to where I get my 3rd reward unlocked. And what I'm ultimately looking for is this Malanya Bed, or whatever, Malanya Bed, Malanya Bed. And that'll be the 3rd reward that you unlock. So again, just kind of keep staying here, getting a regular bed until you get... No, I don't want to use a ticket. See, I'm not paying attention. Multitasking. Regular bed. I want to pay for it. And this time I'll do morning. And you'll see I'll unlock the next reward. But you'll have to stay here 2 more nights to unlock the reward you actually need on the Malanya Bed.
Hey.
Okay, so that reward is just the Horse God fabric. Alright folks, so again, I'm not going to make you watch me do this on video, but I'm going to stay here 2 more nights, or 2 more times, and unlock my 3rd reward, and that's when I'll come back online here with y'all. Alright folks, so as you can see, I just got my Malanya Bed unlocked here, so simply walk back around, stay at the stable 1 more time, go ahead and select that Malanya Bed. And we're going to sleep until just whatever next time. For me, that's morning. And the game will kind of put you into a little cutscene here where it has some dialogue. But essentially what this is doing is this is pointing you in the right direction so that we can upgrade our horses. So as I mentioned before, the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take it straight to the Horse God, and I'm going to make that a 5-star speedster horse. But every category of the horse's stats are upgradable. So it's pretty cool. I really like having this feature in this game versus Breath of the Wild. Alright folks, so just so you know exactly where that is, and I don't have the map up here yet, but it's right by the old Akela Ancient Tech Lab, which is up here on this mountain somewhere. And here is that lake that we had to walk all the way around with the blue flame. That's right, I'm sure it's all coming back to you now. So they did change the landscape on this lake just a little bit. You can see there's kind of like a land bridge here, a walkway out to it. So it's a lot like the old Horse God area, just in a different location. Whoops. Alright folks, so that is Horses 101. I hope that helps. And honestly, if I missed a topic, you know, you're kind of fuzzy on, or something you felt I could have explained a little bit better, feel free to leave it in the comments and I'll try to answer your questions as best as I can. Alright folks, hope that helps. Best of luck to you and happy hunting.